Welcome to Discover Ramona, where we explore the people, places, and businesses that make it the best place to live. I'm your host, Valley, and I'm here with my co-host, Jan Ryan. Hi, Jan.
Hi, Valley. How are you?
Good to see you. You know what I was thinking about, Jan, is I want to learn a little bit about your office out in Ramona. Tell me about it.
Yeah, the cool thing is with our office is my husband and I started Ryan Gann Real Estate in 1990.
Oh, wow.
And my husband's name is Jeff Gann. It can't be Jan Gann.
Yeah.
So
Makes
kept
sense.
Jan Ryan.
Uh-huh.
And then we bought the Remax franchise in 1996 and opened where we're at now at 1410 Main Street.
Mm-hmm.
And we've grown over the years. We have the most qualified agents. We have become the busiest, highest producing office over the years. And I am so proud of our agents. I mean, we have such a quality group there that I could not be more proud of.
And I bet people love working for you. I mean, honestly, you're just such a genuine, heartfelt person. So I bet they love it there.
I'm glad you said that because we get along so well. Everybody helps everybody, is very supportive, and the knowledge base is amazing. My husband does land, commercial, and ranches, and I love residential.
Perfect.
So we cover everything.
I like that.
And also, if you're a seller or if you're thinking of selling, we publish in the Ramona Home Journal in our ad what we have buyers looking for that they haven't found yet. So if you're thinking of selling, I would check that ad, see if we have the buyer for you.
I like that. Well, who did you bring for us today?
I have Jeff Wells from San Diego Country Estates Homeowners Association. He's the new president, and I think he's going to be doing a great job.
I need to meet him.
You've got to meet him.
Welcome to the show, Jeff. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
So I hear that you are the HOA president of the San Diego Country Estates.
I am.
What an honor.
Indeed.
Tell us about your role and kind of how you got into it.
I had a number of friends that we play pickleball with tell me that they thought I should run. And so I tossed my hat in the ring, and it turned out to be a volatile time for that function, that board. And so I was able to get in and unseat, a group of people that were already there. And right on the first night, when you're elected, they have to pick officers, and so I tossed my hat in the ring for president, and bang! I mean, it was just like, one day I was normal, and the next day I was the focus of everyone's ire.
Well, they made a great decision. I think you're going to be awesome.
Well, thank you. It's been 6 months.
Okay.
So.
Has it been 6 months already?
Yeah, I think it was May. Oh, the election was the end of April, so.
And it
A
pays
little
so
more
well.
than 6 months, yeah.
What are some of the
it's good
issues you
money.
deal with there?
Well, everything. Everybody's got an ox they don't want gored, and everybody's got something that they want, and everybody's got a complaint. And so they all naturally look for the guy with the word president after his name, and I get to hear about all of it. Some of those things are concrete, and some of them are not, And so a lot of the role is figuring out what's real and what you can do something about, and what you have to tell someone there's nothing we can do about it, or it's not financially sound, or.
Yeah.
And I feel so good with you, Jeff, because I know it's a hard job, but I've been to the homeowners meeting, and I feel that you are really listening and really care and can really take charge. So we appreciate you.
I appreciate that. It's hard to tell sometimes how well received your efforts are, because, and you know this as you get older and deal with more people. People generally you only hear about them when they're upset about something.
Yeah.
They never come running over and tell you how great things are. So
It
over
really-
time in a role like that, you start to think that nobody's happy. So
it
it's
really
good to
shows.
hear.
Your concern and your genuineness really come through.
Well, I try to take things like that seriously, and I really dove into the role, and I'm kind of involuntarily retired, so I have plenty of time. So I spend a lot of time at the office with the employees. I toured every single amenity, had the managers of the amenities show me around and tell me everything. I keep up a rapport with them and really try to learn exactly what's going on. And what I discovered is very few people know. They don't know how complex it is. They don't know what all's happening, what all the pressures are, financial and otherwise, just how many people there are making it all happen. It's just something that most people have no idea. They see some little slice of it, whatever they're interested in. And so it's very helpful to know these things because you can't make good decisions unless you're armed with that knowledge. So
It's so great that you are getting into all those things and understanding them the best anyone can.
yeah, you really have to, but doesn't seem like most people, they just have no clue. They have no idea how big it is.
Yeah, well, between you've got so much going on, equestrian, you've got the recreation, you've got the whole homeowners, you've got the pools, I mean, the golf,
Restaurant, a
the
bar, a
restaurants, yeah,
hotel.
the hotel,
Uh-huh. I mean, it's
yeah.
everything. We have a
Oh, wow.
$15 million budget this year and almost 200 employees. And there's 11 managers over 11 functional areas. And so it's a very complex thing.
Yeah.
And we recently had our general manager resign, and we're now searching for a new one, and that introduced a lot of uncertainty. And so trying to keep the employees, don't worry, it's all good. We're going to try and maintain continuity, and keep everything running during this time of transition is challenging.
They've got to feel good with you there, that you pay attention and you care
I hope so.
and that you're fair.
Yeah, I hope so.
I'm one of those people that had no clue of how complex
Yeah.
it was. Once you said all those different, I didn't know about the hotel, so it's just, that's a lot. That is a lot.
It is, and everything has to be maintained, and each of those managers have to try and market their function so that they can, make sure that it's not a giant money sink. And they're all doing really well. The hotel's being managed by someone who worked at Hilton for years and years, and she's really excellent and super enthused. And
Is it done?
they have some of the rooms done already. They just put plantation shutters in and instead of the window coverings they had. And then there was recently a big renovation because previous boards had kicked the can down the road on maintenance. And so, like the balconies, when you walked on them, they felt like trampolines. They were real spongy. They
Yikes.
were really just about to fall off the building. And so
Did you go step out on there?
oh no, this happened before I took over, but it ended up being very expensive and unexpected
Sure.
because they didn't know how bad it was till they started pulling stucco off, and it was
Balconies are
cost
bad.
a lot of money. They had to put all new balconies on the back and then a whole bunch of wood on the front, redo all the staircases, and it was a big job. But now they're really nice, and the balconies have rail instead of just being a stuccoed wall. So when you're in the room sitting down, you can see the
see
golf
out.
course. It's a fantastic view, and they're really beautiful. And then in the interior of the rooms are all being refreshed: new beds, new furniture,
Wow.
new artwork, paint, everything. They look really nice. So
The one thing I've got to say too, I mean, that's great. It's such a great destination. But when you walk into Par Lounge or the restaurant, everybody's so friendly there.
yeah,
I mean,
it's
there's
true.
just a feeling there like no other. And the views of the golf course out on the patio.
Yeah, our GM who just left, he was really good at managing things like the restaurant. I think he could have been a restaurateur and been successful. And so he gave the employees a lot of confidence. He encouraged them to think outside the box and come up with new things to do and see. And he was always willing to try something new. And so they just always have something going on. We got live music almost every night. There's trivia night. There's just all this activity. And so the employees really love it, It's
And
a
you've had
fun
this-
place to work for him.
You've had the same chef forever that grew up in Ramona,
He's
right?
been there for a long
Ben?
time. Yeah. He grew up in
That's
Ramona,
excellent.
and he's been there since I think 2010.
Okay, he's excellent.
He's not only a really tremendous cook, but he's also a good business manager and has done a really good job with all the financial part of running that place and marketing it and doing interesting things on holidays and such, to get people in. And the lounge is packed almost every night.
It's packed.
It's really something. I guess just a few years ago, we were serving on average about 200 meals a day during a weekday. Now it's
Wow.
500.
Wow.
So
That's
he's
amazing.
really increased the business, and which is good for us. They're going to basically be in the black this year, when in the
Good.
past they've always been a giant money sink. So
Wow.
that's great for everybody.
The prices are good. The food's so good.
Yeah, the
So-
food is delicious and it's presented well. It looks nice, you
No
know.
wonder why everybody wants to live over there.
Yeah, yeah,
And it sounds
it's a
like it's just
really
getting
great
better.
place to live.
Yeah.
That's what we're trying to do, is make it better. There have been a lot of things that were deferred because it's politically difficult to spend money. And so the board's trying to undefer those things and get things so that everything looks good,
I like
not
it.
just some things. Yeah.
Yeah, it's such valuable property and such amazing history with the tennis, with Bobby
is
Riggs and
amazing.
Margaret Court when you look back, and Casey
Yeah.
Tibbs. So yeah,
No,
a
no
lot of
one knows
history.
about that tennis thing, and there used to be a marker, and they removed it.
Oh, really?
And so, yeah, so a couple months ago, I tasked the GM. I said, I want landscaping to look into making something permanent here.
That's awesome.
And now that he's gone, I need to check and see where that is, because I want a plinth at the corner of that court with a brass plaque on it commemorating that, because
I
that
like
was
that. Yeah, that's a big
culturally
deal.
a
Big deal.
huge thing back then. I mean, if you weren't alive back then, you have no idea what a big deal it was.
It
And
was
it
in the
happened
movie.
right there. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
it shows country estates in that movie.
That's
Yeah,
pretty
that's
cool.
awesome. Yep.
I have another question for you.
Oh, please.
Outside of finding you in your office at the estates, what pickleball court can I find you on?
4.
4. I love it. Court 4.
My office is at my house, so you
Okay.
have to bang on Chainsaw Man's door.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
You have to be here.
Are you still able
be
to
brave.
get out and find any time for pickleball now?
I do have time for it. The group that I was playing with mostly shifted to morning, and I'm not a morning person, so I tried that for a couple months and it wasn't working for me. So I'm not playing as consistently as I have been, but hopefully I can get back in that groove.
Yeah, he's a good pickleball player,
I
so watch
don't
out.
see it.
If you play
Yeah,
Jeff.
it's fun.
You should
It's
wear
a
your
ton of
Halloween
fun.
costume out there and
Yeah.
Chainsaw
give
in
them a
one
run
hand,
for their
paddle in
money.
the other.
get your leg up, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I just wanted to meet you and say thank you for all that you've done, and I really enjoy somebody stepping into a position and listening to the people and taking their concerns seriously and applying, what they can to make it better. So thank you.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
And thank you too. And I just have one more question. If you
Okay.
can let people know, is there anything we can do to support you to make it a better place?
What I would say is a big objective of mine, which I stated before I was even elected, is engagement. When you come, first of all, there's about 10,000 people live in the estates, the size of a good-sized small town.
Yeah.
And yet the room we have the board meetings in probably only holds 130 or so people. And generally during a meeting, unless there's some contentious thing going on, there's never more than 40 or 50 in there. I'd like that place to be so
Packed out.
jammed that we have to find another facility.
Okay.
So engagement's critical.
Get involved.
Yeah, get involved. It's your place. I mean, every homeowner out there is a shareholder
What? You pay your dues.
in all of those amenities. We own them. And you should be very interested in what happens to them, because the value of your property is tied
right.
to those amenities.
That's right.
And I get a lot of people saying, we should get rid of this, it's too expensive. We're obligated by the CC&Rs to maintain all of those things for that common good. And so get involved, show up, run for the board, join the committees, make it better. It's your backyard,
I like that. All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Jeff.
you.
Thanks, Jeff. Thank you for being on our show.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Thank you all so much for watching Discover Ramona, and we'll see you next time.